Let's begin by rubbing our palms together, creating some heat, creating some energy in our hands. And once you've got them nice and warmed up, place both hands over your heart. And take just a moment here to feel the heartbeat, feel the warmth of your hands, and take a long, slow inhale and a long, slow exhale, expressing gratitude for that heartbeat. From here, we'll make our way into a wide-legged child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes come to touch, sinking the torso down toward the mat. And as you arrive here again with a long, slow inhale through the nose, filling up, and a long, slow exhale, letting that go. And one more like that, big inhale. Slow exhale. Finding some stillness and some softness as we settle into this moment. As your hips are sinking back further toward your heels, allow your heart to melt more down toward the mat, finding just a little more space with each breath. From here, we'll activate the posture, creating some action in the arms, pressing the hips further back toward the heels. And then we'll walk those hands toward the left side of the mat, bringing the right ear down to the mat, finding a stretch through that right side body. Still melting through the heart space. Option to wrap that left arm around the back, opening up the left shoulder. One breath here. And then we'll unwind this posture. Walk the hands through center and make our way over to the other side. This time bringing that left ear down, melting down through the left side body. Softening. Option to wrap that right arm around the back, finding that left hip crease, opening the right shoulder. Super mindful of that breath. Long, slow inhale. Really slow exhale. Unwind, make your way back to center. And from here, we'll come on up to hands and knees, tabletop position, preparing for cat-cow. From hands and knees posture, we'll begin by dropping the belly, gazing up for cow pose. And then reversing this posture, finding scaredy cat spine. Again, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Maybe tuck those toes under, shift some weight forward. Exhale, cat pose. Shift some weight back, create space between the shoulders. And continuing with cat-cow or deepening in, making it some fluid motions. Maybe getting the hips involved or the head and neck, shoulders. Really just working on waking up the spine, waking up the body, opening up gently, moving with the breath. Take some organic movement that feels good for you. And then from here, finding a wrist stretch. So turning those fingertips around to face you, making some circles, maybe some sway side to side. And then we'll bring the tops of the hands down to the mat. Maybe bending and straightening the elbows or opening and closing the fists, giving the wrists some love. And then finally, we'll sit back on the heels, shake out those wrists, turn the hands inside out, open the chest, open the heart. Bring it back to center. We'll do a couple of heart openers. So as we inhale, cactus arms, open the heart, back bend. Exhale, sit back down, hands to heart center. Again, just like that, inhale, open up, open the heart. Exhale, bring it back. And then from here, we'll come into tabletop and then back to downward facing dog. From down dog, option to paddle out the feet, bending one knee and then the other. Maybe shake the hips a little side to side, wagging the tail. Finding turbo dog, high on the toes. And then we'll just walk the feet to the top of the mat, finding a forward fold. Deepening the stretch in any way that feels good for you. I like to hug the backs of those legs. And then we'll make our way all the way up to standing reverse swan dive, and hands arrive at the heart. Coming into mountain pose with arms at the sides, taking just a moment to set an intention for your practice. Something you want more of in life. And then when you're ready, we'll prepare to flow. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold, bring it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to plank and lower. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. From this down dog, we're going to extend those right toes all the way up to the sky, opening up that right hip. Option here to circle the ankle or circle the hip, one way and then the other. And then bringing those toes up to the sky again. From here, we'll flip the dog, bringing the toes to the ground, lifting through the heart, back bend. Breathing slowly. And then as we bring this around back to center, we'll shoot that right leg through, finding falling star. Opening up again. And then again, back to center. Extend those toes to the sky. Step that right foot through and make your way to a high crescent lunge. High on the left toes. Arms extend, biceps by the ears. And then bringing the arms wide like wings, making a turn to the right for water wheel. Option to bring that right hand to the back thigh, left hand overhead, twisting from the center. Breathing slowly. And then bring the left hand down to the mat, extend the right bicep over the ear, reaching the right fingertips forward. Then lower that back knee down, come into a lizard lunge. Reach the right arm back, find that hamstring up, quad stretch, pulling the foot in. Come back to standard lizard lunge, and then option to wrap the arms around the back if you like to take the bind for flying lizard. From here, I'm going to make my way into a side plank with the option to extend that right foot up toward the sky. If you can hook that right big toe. And if that's not available, just do a standard side plank here or any variety you like. And then we'll come back to the center, find a pyramid pose, stretch out those hamstrings. And from pyramid, one of my favorite transitions, first bringing it into perch pose with that left knee bent. Hands come to heart center as we balance our perch. And then turning it into a warrior three, extending that leg straight back. It's a windy day here. Balance is a struggle. Coming back to mountain pose, and we'll prepare for the other side. And from here we flow. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold, bring it down with a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back and lower. Inhale, opens your heart. Exhale, downward dog. This time, those left toes extend up to the sky, opening the left hip, circling the ankle or circling the hip. Feeling your way through. Extend those toes to the sky. Flip the dog, left toes down. Back bend, open the heart, open that throat chakra, dropping the head back. And then as we come back around, pull that left leg through. Fallen star. Then again, back to center, extend the toes to the sky. Then step the left foot through, finding high crescent lunge. High on the back toes. Back leg is straight. And when you find your stability, bring it up. From here, arms reach out side to side like angel wings. And then make a twist to the left. Water wheel. Option to bring that left hand back. Right hand up. Keep twisting. Stay in that deep lunge. Then the right hand comes down. Extend that left arm overhead. Long line from the left fingertips all the way back to the foot. Then opening up for a lizard lunge. The back knee comes down. Finding that quad stretch. Left arm comes back. Grabbing the right foot. Squeezing it in. Twisting again from the center. And then back into lizard lunge with the option of the bind. Maybe bringing both arms around the back, finding hand to hand. One breath there. And then we'll find our way into that side plank again. Maybe those left fingers grab that left big toe. Try to extend that foot up to the sky. Give it a try, whatever you've got. And then we'll come back to center and find pyramid pose. That beautiful hamstring stretch, walking the hands back. And from pyramid, coming into a perch pose, bringing that right knee next to the left, squeezing that right foot in, and then finding the balance with hands at heart center. And as you find that stability, challenge yourself to make your way into a warrior 3. I'm fighting with the wind a little today, but we just keep trying. And maybe we get there and maybe we don't. And that's our yoga for the day. When you're ready, we will all meet in mountain pose. And as you come to mountain pose, a moment of gratitude for everything your body is capable of. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time from mountain pose, let's step the big toes to touch. Bring hands to heart center. And we're going to come up high on those toes and then begin to bend the knees to slowly lower into a toe stand. Taking your time, moving with control. And as you come into toe stand, finding a little bit of lift so that you're not sitting on the heels, but you're using that strength in your legs, hips, and core. And then we'll come into a pose of surrender, bowing in. Option to bring the hands around, grabbing the backs of the heels. Malasana. And either staying there or finding a little playtime. I'm going to make our way into a crow pose and then transition into a tripod headstand. And use this time for whatever you have in your practice that's both playful and challenging. If you're in tripod, I like to play with the legs a little. It looks like playtime, but it also takes a lot of focus and core strength, concentration, muscle engagement, especially on this super windy day. But this is a free time to use your body Challenge yourself. Keep yourself calm by slow, deep breaths. And then wherever you are or were, make your way to seated, hands to the heart.